Greetings, I'm Shad. And guys, can you guess what we're going to be testing today?
Well, we have these
Giant arrows!
spear arrows here.
Well, just on these, right? These are historical. I have a video on them on underappreciated historical weapons on war darts. These are essentially war darts.
Oh, yes.
But we're not testing war darts. We're testing something from The Hobbit. One scene in particular, and that is towards one of the end of the last film when Smaug the dragon...
It's actually the beginning of the last film because they decide to cut.
And then they made the Five Armies.
The desolation, yeah,
Sorry,
so the desolation of Smaug doesn't actually have too much of the desolation of Smaug in it. They did something.
Yes. Bard uses the black arrow from the well, it wasn't really a dwarven windlands or whatever it's called, by a broken bow.
Okay, we need a couple of caveats. In the books, he just used a bow and arrow.
Yes.
They decided to do something far more intelligent. Well, and they could have...
Intelligent?
I was being sarcastic.
Okay.
Like, they could have made something work and smart, right? But what they did was bonkers.
Something we should mention is the black arrows in the film, particularly, they're basically spears. They are massive.
They're even bigger than this.
They are like this
and
big.
They're heavier than this.
Yes.
They're metal, and so the arrow isn't really the issue. It's oddly made. It's got like a weird kind of center part, but that's not necessarily the issue.
I like that. It makes it look like it's going to spin through the air.
Yeah. The issue is how he shoots it.
How should we describe it?
Okay, I would already have an issue if you just try and shoot this from a regular bow.
I don't know about that. You never know.
People think I'm spitting in disgust. I actually have sawdust in my mouth because we've been cutting things.
Crafting all morning.
Yes. Don't worry, for anybody who's curious what we've been doing all morning.
Oh boy.
You're about to see.
You will see soon.
So, in fairness, I think I'm going to have to try and shoot this from one of our regular bows. And the first, like, there are layers of problems with what they depict. Bard's bow. Would you think that is a war bow or a hunting bow?
It's a hunting bow.
It's a hunting bow. He's a hunter. Okay, and so we're looking at 45-pound draw weight for hunting.
Let's say like 60 just to be super generous.
Just to be super generous.
Like hero stats.
But it's not going to be a war bow, and so already a hunting bow is going to have so much damn trouble shooting.
Oh no! Look
this, let alone a black arrow.
No, it will shoot it. It will just go out the front.
We'll find out.
But in today's video, we're going to be testing multitude of things, not just the way that Bard did it in the film.
Well,
maybe something that's a little bit more realistic.
Realistic.
Yeah.
So yeah, I will actually try and shoot this from a bow, and then we're going to try and recreate what Bard did, which is his bow breaks.
And even then, we're going to be super charitable.
We're going to be super charitable.
Just to describe the scene, don't worry, we'll have some B-roll playing. To describe the scene, he basically uses the broken limbs of his bow, jams them and wedges them into the two sides of broken beams, pulls back on the bow, uses his son's shoulder like this as the rest, and fires it.
Yep.
And it's very, a cool moment, I guess.
Oh, it's very cinematic.
Yeah, cinematic.
Very cinematic.
That's the word. Not realistic.
No.
And then the black arrow, which would be really heavy, flies like what, 200 meters?
Yeah.
An insanely far distance, further than what a war bow would barely reach with a regular arrow, and then skewers Smaug and kills him.
Are you guys ready to fire some black arrows?
Well, let's. Yes, we got the stages of what we're going to do. First, regular bow, then recreate, experiment, and then
There is that.
I'm skeptical if that'll work, but we have a setup.
No spoilers. You guys are in for something special.
All right, so we have here my 70 to 80 pound longbow, which is going to be more analogous to what Bard has.
If we're being generous.
If we're being generous. His one was probably 45 pound, right? But then, just to be really certain how well this shoots out of a bow, got my 100 pound longbow here, which will also shoot it from. There's a number of ways in which you could try and pull this off.
There is.
Yeah. Funnily enough, the way I actually shoot by preference on the outside of the bow over the thumb is going to actually make this work far more effectively than if you did it the conventional way.
It very well might.
I
inside.
think making a crossbow works. Just
Really? Can you fully draw it that way?
Yeah.
To the ear?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you can't.
Yeah. Why don't we just see?
Why don't we just see?
That's not bad.
Not a lot of power though.
But it still worked.
It shot though. Like it did shoot. There's barely any power behind it. but I wouldn't want to get hit by that.
Exactly. That is legitimately a spear tip. Like, I would not want to get touched by that.
A regular I would have way more penetration because it'll be higher speed.
It would, but that thing is getting real deep in there.
Let's have a look. And shooting on the outside. That was the way to do it. Did you see how far of a draw I got?
Yeah, I saw.
Look at this.
So I would not want to get hit by that.
Yeah.
My turn. Oh, I hate this bow.
You had trouble drawing that there.
Yeah, because I don't use your method. I don't use my little thummy thumb to hold onto a giant bow arrow like that.
I noticed you got it to the chi,
Yeah.
but you want to get to the ear.
I want to try
I'll give it a
my
shot.
method.
I'll let you guys decide which bow I'm going to use.
He doesn't have a wrist guard.
I know.
I was really hoping.
I
was really
I'm not gonna
hoping.
lie. I genuinely hope he slaps his wrist.
Okay. Nothing.
That they would give me a lighter bow because I am not an archer. I've never been an archer.
You can use a lighter one if you want.
No, it's too late now.
All right. I offered.
After.
This reminds me of
Here, Nate, have the heavy bow. Oh, you can use the little one if you want.
This does remind me of the first time Tyrant shot the 100.
Shut up. Oh no. See, you pulled over to the side the same as me. I think it's just that firing method. I want to try something different.
No, it's your side
wanna try
picture.
something
You guys aren't used to it. Oh!
Good job. Terrible aim. Do you want to grab
I
it?
need to get my side picture in. Hang on.
grab it.
Wait. Tyrant.
Yeah.
Terrible aim. Where did you hit, buddy?
Okay, hold on. Context. That's the way he normally fires a bow. So he is the best at firing a bow like that.
Hang on.
I have never...
Hang on.
No,
Did
no, no,
you
no,
just
no,
say
no, no, no.
fire? Did you just say fire a bow?
Yeah, I said fire.
Well, that's perfectly fine because that is common language and people kind of understand what you mean. So,
Yeah,
but if
got
you're
it.
being autistic about it, it's loose.
Good. Yeah, good. Can I loose an arrow?
You shot it.
And to be fair...
You shot it. I shot it.
You managed to
Not
shoot
like
it.
good shot or oh yeah.
what?
I mean,
You successfully shot.
that's not a compliment.
That was in line with the target.
It was.
It just wasn't very powerful.
Yeah, you need to get it to your ear.
Yeah.
Same with you.
Yes,
Seeing
but-
as I seem to be the only one who can get it to full draw here.
Damn it, that was clean.
Yeah, it was clean, but it was nowhere near on target.
But I was a lot more powerful.
It
Yeah.
was straight line powerful. It was less drop. It was more straight. That's what I mean by it was clean.
But it was not on target.
That is on target, Tyrant.
Yeah.
You know what happens when we get into a competition regarding aim?
And today, sadly, guys, I know you guys want another competition.
yeah, but
We don't have time today.
sun's getting real.
Yeah, really? Watch this one. Watch this one, Tyrant. Oh,
I watched
it's getting better.
I watched
It's getting
it.
better.
So I know
watched
you
it.
can't see that from your angle, but Shudder's doing this to actually get the shot in.
That's the technique.
No. This is, but you're like.
No, you can absolutely do that and go further.
Okay,
That's fine.
we have
I've proven that.
we've proven that you can fire these spears from a bow. Now, what if we tried the actual method that's in the movie?
We need to have a look at that. Yes, we do. So this is our makeshift kind of thing. I have two limbs here. Oh my gosh.
It's fine. It's safe.
Really?
Oh, my fingers.
That.
You got. So.
My God. Wow. This is already working better than I thought it would. So we're going to test the draw strength of this setup. This bow was about 45 pounds in its conventional setup. We've removed the limbs and
Tried to measure accurately the how it should be on it if it was a normal bow.
let's find out. So
Can you hold that one down there?
we're going to draw it
so
to
you
the length that we'll be drawing the thing.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that.
Okay, 40 pounds. 40 pounds.
40
Yeah,
pounds.
stop. All right.
That did not sound good. So all right, that is the standard kind of hunting bow strength that Bard would have. This is so charitable. The fact that he just jammed them into random bits of wood on that thing and that
Yeah.
they would stay in. Like, I can accept a fire-breathing dragon more than those limbs staying in those bits of
We'll
wood.
see how this goes for
All right, so who wants to fire it? Because I think the other two need to stand on it. Okay, so we are a 3-man firing team and we are besieging a dragon.
Yeah, we've actually gone to siege weapons.
Yes.
All right.
So Nate didn't want to sit in front of it, like in the
No,
movie.
I wonder why.
Oh no! Now do remember, all of that for 40 pounds.
Yeah.
All of that for 40 pounds. I'm going to say that this is not realistic.
Like,
I mean,
it
look,
was.
if it's not, if it's not set up exactly
Yeah, look
right,
at that. Look at that.
And you think you can get that exact setup
mean-
from just driving two things into a piece of wood?
My bullcrap meter was already going crazy when I watched the scene, and proven now in real life.
But look, guys, we didn't want to leave you guys with nothing.
No,
we
this is
wanted
going-
to truly find a way to fire a black arrow at a target. So we did something, well, stupid. I think we specialize in that at this point.
All we do, we're professional idiots.
So come over here, guys.
We are
Behold!
an actual war machine.
Now, this isn't a dwarven wind lance, but it's the closest we could make, which is basically a ballista.
To try and give this the best chances that we could do it, this bow that we have strung up here is one of my pride and joys?
Prized possession.
Prized possessions, that's the thing I'm looking for. This is a traditionally made, well, it's based on a historical replica. It's a Mary Rose replica, and it's made out of traditional yew. This is a work of art.
That's YEW. It's a tree for those who
It's
aren't
the
sure.
biggest bow we got and the most powerful.
Let's show you what it reaches at full draw here. Keep it low, keep it low. What's there?
130, 30. So what we'll do, I think, first is just fire it with one person, because we want to show you why you need two people to do this.
Yeah.
Because first off, this seat here is very unoptimized.
I want to grab your crotch guard there, Tom.
Oh God, yeah. All right, so
Okay.
to put it like this,
Right there, son.
You can do it.
I am sitting completely vertical. Now, this is not good because I don't really have anywhere to brace
I know,
my feet.
yeah. Like if you could brace your feet, you could easily draw it like this. This
This hurts to sit on. Let me fire it first, then we can talk. All right, so I'm gonna now pull this back. I'm gonna count to 3, and then me and Nate are both gonna let go at the same time. Ready?
not full draw yet, though.
Well, I can't full draw because the way I'm sitting. 3, 2, 1. Now that was about 85-ish pounds.
That flew pretty darn good.
The reason that I've got to hold that the whole time is because while Tyrant is pulling it, that string is shaking, which means the whole thing just comes
Seriously,
flying off.
the difference in power between the previous ones and that was what it reached 80-pound draw. The deepest one yet.
Let's go. 3, 2, 1.
That flies beautifully.
Really well.
People might assume that this is a crossbow. I wouldn't even call it a ballista because ballistas were made with rope torsion and different limbs, but I wouldn't necessarily call it a crossbow either. You're getting all the advantages out of a longbow. Crossbows usually have shorter limbs and a shorter power stroke. And the power stroke is significant. This is why crossbows usually have to have much higher poundages to reach the same level of power, because the longer the power stroke, which is the length the string moves, the more time it has to impart energy to the arrow or bolt, accelerating it even higher. Because crossbows have short power strokes, they need to compensate by being crazy high in poundage. But because we have a full-size bow and a full-length drawer, this is pushing out the equivalent of power to something like a 300 to 500 pound historical crossbow that needs a windlass to load, right? That's the power that this is reaching, where it's 130 pound when we reach full draw.
And do keep in mind, we're using like
Giant,
heavy, massive arrow-shaped objects. With a proper arrow, I mean, this thing,
We might
maybe
need to
later.
do it. We
Maybe
might
later,
need to
Shad.
do it.
Maybe later. We've got to get this done first. 3, 2, 1. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, look at that!
Now, something to mention, I said to these guys just before we fired that, in around this mark is the bullseye. This was dropping a little bit lower,
Yep.
but just before here, bullseye. Bang on.
We're going to try and do a full draw, which is to this marker right here, 130 pound.
Yep.
To do that, because of how awkward it is, we're going to need 2 to draw, 1 to stabilize.
1 to hold it, yep. All right, we ready?
Ready?
Yep.
We need to count to 3.
3, 2, 1.
Go!
Yeah, you can feel that one.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Okay, so I think it pulled over to the left because we were releasing it a little bit.
There was
a slight delay, and it just caused it to.
but
veer
there's
off
more
a bit.
power in it.
There was way more power.
Way
in that.
more. This is working. Way better than it should.
We are now.
I want to get Boromir. Now, Boromir has a steel core, but I want to see how far it can actually...
Yeah, it's unlikely to hit the steel core. Now it will because I said so because of fate. But just to point out, there is so much power in this that it had the possibility of lifting the entire thing up, so I've had to peg it into the ground.
We've also got these steel beams to rest on, and I'm resting my foot directly on it.
Yep. There is power in this.
3, 2, 1.
Interesting how much we're affecting the accuracy by the release.
3, 2, 1.
That flew! Look at how well that flew. That is deep.
3, 2, 1.
Whoa. So, this is significant. I'm not sure if we hit, because that is a wide opening. I'm not sure if that was already an opening, but to get every layer, still, we're consistently getting deeper penetration than we do with a regular arrow. It might not look like it's moving fast, but the mass that's behind this is carrying some power.
3, 2, 1.
Look at that.
Yeah, that'll put you out of the fight.
Okay, so you can somewhat fire with it, you can somewhat get consistent results with it. So what happens if we tested it in the same way that it was tested in the movie? At least against a similar sort of medium, a dragon. We don't have a dragon, but we do have something else.
Look at what we got right here. This was very generously made to us by a friend of the channel, Adrian. He is an armor smith, all right? And he wanted to send us some authentic, close, like it's actually pretty close, right? Armor for us to use in our tests. And this is the first time. This is serious steel.
Yeah, and I feel like of all the tests we could be doing, this is...
We weren't originally planning to open up with this one.
No.
We've got more videos in store where we're going to be testing this stuff, but I couldn't resist.
What I really love about what is done here is this is actually quite representative of what the standard grade. People, when they look at armor, they think of the best, the shiny, the fancy, where this feels like the type of breastplate, a man-at-arms who, you know, got issued a munitions grade breastplate would be wearing. It's solid, like
this is not LARP grade. This will protect you, and it's got some good articulation as well.
Yeah. Now it's about 1.5 mil mild steel.
It doesn't fit any of us.
No,
if you're wondering, that's why it's on the.
It's a bit short.
We put it on, and what's meant to go over the shoulders digs in about.
It was made for a shorter individual.
It was made to his specification.
I'm not going to say anything.
We're not going to say anything
because we don't want to spoil anything. But hey,
who knows? It could be the perfect fit for someone.
For someone in particular. Who knows?
But it's like the rolled edges, everything that is about this looks legit. It's even a little rough around the edges. It gives you that real
I like that rough around the edges look, because honestly, a lot of the standard grade was rough around the edges. You could only get the pristine stuff if you could afford it, and it's like workhorse armor. And we're going to be using it for that. Yeah. And like I said, 1.5 mil, you reckon?
Yeah.
I think it's mild steel. Again, most of the armor was mild steel.
Yeah.
Like mild to high carbon, it varied. There's a big range because some armor wasn't even heat treated properly. In fact, most armor wasn't. Only the best of the best was. So this is going to be fairly representative standard grade armor.
I don't expect it to go through because we have some good armor angling here. So I expect a lot of deflection, but. It's a ballista! Yeah. I want to. Let's go fire.
We've already seen the penetration on this thing, which is higher than a regular arrow. Now, if it does penetrate, I don't want people to think that, medieval armor can always get defeated like that. No, because there is much higher grade armor. This is more standard mid-grade, okay? So bear that in mind. But still, if it can't get through that, it's not going to get through the higher grade armor.
Even if we only scratch it straight away, I kind of feel like we're going to ruin it.
It's so soon. It's going to give it character.
If this gets through it with 130 pounds, then I think that's fair, okay? That's a fair thing to happen.
Couldn't you say, like, all right, for armor to have trouble against that?
Yes.
You know what? Enough talking. Let's try this.
Let's do it. Quickly though, if you're interested in seeing more of Adrian's work, who made this breastplate, you can check him out on Instagram at IronAdrianWatson, and I think he's also on Facebook. Give the guy a like for donating such an awesome piece for us to use in our videos. And Adrian, thank you, man, you're a legend. This really is taking all three of us, because I'm trying to sight it and aim, and I'm directing the back of it. Tyler's pulling, Nate's knocking. That's dead center.
3, 2, 1.
Look at that.
Not only did that deflect,
boosh,
it also kept true.
Yeah.
It would have killed his buddy behind him.
Yeah.
Get some of this, Nathan.
Look at
That
that.
is a nice little dint.
Well, the armor did what it was supposed to do.
Exactly what it was supposed to do. That was a serious deflection.
Might have taken a bit of the arm, but hey.
Let's do it again.
Yeah, that
do it
would have
again.
actually stuck right in his arm.
Oh!
How'd we go?
There may have been enough power to roll the tip.
Well, we can fix it.
That is dead center.
2, 1.
Oh, that had a spark!
Saw the spark on that!
It's not centered, Nate.
It's fine.
No, that's not going to hit. I told you.
Oh, it was a fast reload.
It was a spark, Nate. We were trying to celebrate. So now we've brought down the elevation a little bit, and we're going to try and aim for Boromir's head.
So,
Just for
technically
fun.
that's raising the elevation.
That's low. We've
We
lowered
lowered this,
Yeah.
which raises the angle of the tip.
yeah, we lowered the elevation to
That's
raise
raising the
No,
elevation.
Just fire the arrow shots right.
Can you see the sweat coming off me? Whatever it is, I don't care.
I am aiming here.
Yeah,
I've constantly been readjusting the back.
he's emotional support.
And come on, Tyron.
You ready?
can do it.
3, 2, 1. I feel like the Frenchman. That hurt. 3, 2, 1.
Oh! Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
3, 2, 1.
Technically, you couldn't get a better shot because if he was wearing a helmet, right? That's an ultimate kill shot, right in it, just above the breastplate. Oh, it's stuck.
3, 2.
Oh. How you going there, Boromir? You do a good job for us, mate.
3, 2, 1.
Readjusting.
3, 2, 1.
That was dead center. It hit all right underneath the lip. We have a bit of a dint. It's kind of,
Oh, it has.
yeah, it's caved it in a little bit. It's actually caved the armor in a little bit and it hit right there.
So it hit with enough power that not only rolled the tip, it bent the arrowhead a little.
So I think that's going to have to conclude
Yeah.
the shots that can be taken because I don't think my hands can take any more of that. We were able to hit this consistently.
Yeah.
And the damage that this thing can inflict, genuinely impressed.
Easy to say.
So we've brought the ballista out to the Shadlands to test distance. Now we're going to be starting with our Black Arrow analogs, but just because we are,
Because we are who we are.
and we're curious, because maybe it might show up in other videos, we brought out some more standardized arrows.
Now we've got your standard modern day arrow with a bullet tip, but then we also have a bit more of a medieval arrow.
Yes.
Woo. We got 36 meters.
36, but we've got another one over there.
We do, and that's
wow,
about another
really in there.
2 meters. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. So we got 38 meters on that one.
If this was a 3-man formation, maybe we would get them. So keep coming down. How far are we?
That is 90, 96 and 98.
96, 98, nearly 100, huh?
Yeah, nearly 100 meters.
If we look all the way back up there, that's where the ballista is. So it made it quite far away. But we've still got...
We still got a way to go because
yeah, the smaller arrows.
we got lighter again.
Oh wait, hold on. I think there's
Yeah,
one
we've
just
got
up
one just there. Now, something to bear in mind is it starts to go uphill a little bit
here.
here.
It does. Not only does it go uphill, obviously the more that I'm shooting, the more fatigued I'm getting. So each time it's getting a little bit less.
A little bit worse. Now that one and the one behind it, that's at 105, 107 respectively, whereas the absolute farthest we could get was 109.
So this already feels like one of those cringe family photos. It's like, hi.
Get off.
But Tyrant had a bit of a workout and he wants to sit down for this video. And look, credit to him.
Yeah, he kind of just...
130 pounds at full draw for like 30 shots.
So yeah, if you want, actually probably a little more. So if those of you who go to the gym, I don't know how many, you can always try that on the rowing machine. Tell us how you go with it.
But in terms of the results, I am genuinely impressed how effective this was.
This was accurate and consistent. We were honing that in better and better.
So
I'm surprised that it held together, to be honest. Like, this is a little janky.
That's very fair. That's very fair.
The way it was put together. So if we had have built this properly and, you know, spent a good week engineering it, assembling it, so it was...
Like, a lot of crossbow limbs, they were tied to their, the main arm. It's not too dissimilar to this. Like, yeah, they knew what to do in the past, and this...
I still feel like we could have got more power.
We could have made it more, I guess, solid, but it's solid enough, and I don't think we could have get more power.
But we did get a lot of distance out on the Shadlands. We got crazy distance. Now, when it comes to the actual scene in the movie, what he does, that ain't gonna happen, Chief.
Yes.
However, like a proper dwarven windlance, that's some serious business.
Yeah.
And I think even if we made this a little bit longer, it would still be just as deadly.
Possibly, weight plays an issue.
It does, but this was perfectly fine.
This was actually, almost the perfect weight for the max draw distance of this bow, this is the max draw right here, 32 inches, right? And look, that's perfect.
Perfect.
Perfect clearance. Anything bigger or longer than this, you would need a bigger bow.
Yes, but I still would have hope because there was still a lot of energy in there. We had a lot of power.
If anything, we've disproven the
handheld,
the barred shots,
the hunting bow. Yeah.
But if he had an actual wind lance that was made, like that, this really shows proof of concept that instead of like a ballista with rope torsion, like a ballista with a regular bow shaft
could actually work. Though, that said, the reloading and launching every single time was kind of a bit awkward. I feel like if you could winch it into place...
That would take longer. This was so fast.
That was all issues with our design. If we had spent a long time optimizing this, I think we would have worked
you
out
can
a lot
make
of those
knocks that kind of have points and they easily guide in and you just knock it really fast. And the rate of fire on this would be impressive. And this is actually a functional weapon. Like, you saw how limp these shot from a regular bow, but from this, this is a serious functional weapon.
Now, at this part of the video, we usually point you to another video of similar tastes. What have we done that's similar to this?
Well, what I can think of is these type of videos take materials, take time to set up, and if you want to support us so we can keep doing that, it's only thanks to our supporters we can do it, which those are people who are donating on channel memberships, Patreon, Subscribestar, or Player. And because ad revenue, that does not even come close to covering all our bills. And so if it wasn't for our supporters, we would not be able to make the content the way we are. It's only thanks to you. And we still need that support because we understand people can't support forever. And so if you can $1 to $5 a month, it helps out more than you can understand. And so please do, it helps us continue making this content. And in the meantime, well, instead of similar videos, there's a lot of behind the scenes content.
There is a lot of behind the scenes.
There was some comments, let's just say, that we can't put in a regular YouTube video.
Yes, so if you donate or support on any of those platforms, you will be able to access all of our old behind the scenes and our current behind the scenes, Q&As, all this extra content just waiting for you guys.
As well as something funny, and especially there was some interesting back and forths in this video specifically. If you want to see the full thing, become a supporter and you get to see that right away.
There will be a video here. I don't know which one. It's all good though. They're all good videos. Videos right there. We'll see you later, guys.
How you feel?
Video there.
Do you need a hand?
Boom!